I have a friend in Vermont who's had Lyme disease for years and years and been struggling with, I mean, being on antibiotics for years and not being able to take it out. And we had another friend who
I was fortunate enough to meet a woman when I was first diagnosed who had been on pharmaceutical antibiotics, and the only thing she got from it was nerve damage in her feet.
Yeah.
And no relief. So I was blessed to not even take, pharmaceutical antibiotics. I started right in with essential oils and, natural herbs and things. And then when I found the cannabis, it's been amazing. But now I also use it internally, and it does do different things internally. If I don't eat some kind of cannabis internally once a week, I get digestive problems.
So it settles your digestive tract.
Yeah, it's really good for the internal organs too.
Yeah, fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. I think that there's, as more and more people start using this and as it becomes more and more widespread, certainly we're going to find out more about vulnerable populations, people who really shouldn't be taking pot. But I think we're also going to be finding an amazing amount of stuff about the medicinal values of this. It has been used as a medicine, apparently for the entire history of the human race, and even our primate ancestors have receptors for these for the compounds that are found in pot. Although some of them are endogenously produced, they're produced by the body. Still, the receptors react to exogenous ones, to external ones. Michelle, thank you for the call. Thanks for the story. That's a great one. Robert in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Hey, Robert, what's up?
All right, Tom. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
I just wanted to get your take on how to get around the DUI laws with legalized marijuana.
Well, we need to come up with the equivalent of a breathalyzer, and there's a couple of companies that are doing this. And in fact, I saw a really good article about it in, I think it was like The Economist or something. It was a week or so ago, and I was on an airport traveling. It was one of those magazines you buy in the newsstands, and how they're trying to fine-tune the technology of the breathalyzers, basically, so that they can be looking for THC or for THC metabolites in a way that actually gives a meaningful sense of how recently a person has used and how much they've used, which would be a measure of intoxication. And then there's also the old-fashioned, walk this line while you touch your finger to your nose kind of thing. It's the way that before they had breathalyzers, they used to test for intoxication with alcohol. So
I had a friend that got arrested for a DUI. He had no alcohol involved, but it was THC in his system, and it was he was pulled over for a driving problem that wasn't overly erratic, but because they decided to test him, I think it was because the aroma in his car was just there forever.
Yeah.
He had not had any marijuana for a few days, and he still got arrested because he was in the system for that.
Yeah, and see, that's the problem, is that it's persistent, it's fat soluble, and so they've got to figure out a way to get to just deal with the water soluble stuff, the stuff that you exhale. Robert, thank you for the call. We'll be back.
You're listening to Thom Hartman.
Hey, Free Speech TV world, it's Mama and the Mooks here at the Stephanie Miller Show.
Hello. Good morning.
Seinfeld was about nothing. I think the Stephanie Miller Show is about everything.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little
It's
bit.
kind of everything like thrown into a blender and we hit frappe.
Right.
With wine poured in.
Right. Senators, fart jokes, politics, pop culture, entertainment.
Drinking.
Drinking, random stray thoughts. It's what all the hip kids are talking about.
Yep.
We have the smartest, funniest people in the country on this show, do we not?
We absolutely do.
Right?
Our sexy little army of callers call in every day and tell us all about it.
There you go. And some right-wingers that Travis particularly enjoys talking
They're
to.
my favorites.
Okay. You can watch us every weekday from 9 to noon Eastern or 6 to 9 Pacific, which is really early. But we still, we try to, we're still pulling in people like Rob Reiner, Lily Tomlin, Frangela, you name it. You can only get it here at the Stephanie Miller Show. Mama, Mooks, fancy celebrities.
And everything.
And fart jokes.
Free Speech TV.
Thom Hartman here with an excerpt from my book, Rebooting the American Dream, 11 Ways to Rebuild Our Country.
So that's the story they have to run with on the news, the intern said, relating the substance of the network correspondent's thoughts